Hi everyone. Again today we are here with the problem of arithmetic progression there. We are again discuss the problem related with arithmetic progression. The problem again related with our general term Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 d. We have discussed the general terms formula there. Now we have again some problem with general terms formula there. One of the problem what we have, how many multiples of 4 lie between 10 and 250. We have to find out how many multiples of lie there between 10 and 250. Remember that it's asking that lie between 10 and 250. It is asking about lie between, then we are not going to consider 10 and 250. We have to be exclude this given numbers 10 and 250. Now we are going to start that multiple of 4. We cannot take 10, then it's a 11 there, but 11 is not a multiple of 4. Then our next number is 12. Then we are going to start with the 12. The first number which is multiple of 12 is what? It's our 12. After that what we get? 16, 20, ... and so on. Again we have not taken 250 there. We cannot consider 250 because we have to consider numbers lie between 10 and 250 there. Then now 249. Obvious 249 is not divisible by 4. 248. Then it's a divisible by 4. 4, 6, 24, 4, 2, 8. Then our last number is what? 248. This is our last number. Now we have a arithmetic progression there. Just suppose it's our nth term there. We have to find this n. How many n number of terms are there? Then this is our a. Our a is our 12. This is our first term. This is our last term. And general term Tn. This is our Tn here. We have to find n. And what is d? Common difference is what? 4. 12 plus 4, 16. 16 plus 4, 20. What is common difference there? 4. Now we are going to use the formula Tn. We have Tn is equal to 248. We have to find n. Formula is what? A plus n minus 1 into d is equal to 248. Now we are going to put here the all values there. A is 12. We have to find n. D is our 4. This is 248. 12 plus 4, 9 minus 4 is equal to 248. Then what we have? Now we have 12 minus 4, 8. 4n equal to 248. Shifting 8 there. Right to side. Then we have 4n is equal to 240. Now what we have? We have n is given by 240 divided by 4. Then we have 60. And our answer is what? Hence, there are 60 multiples of 4. There are 60 multiples of 4 between 10 and 250. Between 10 and 250. Now we are going to proceed to our next problem. It is also a arithmetic progression problem. We have a problem. In problem what we have? In a flower bed there are 23 rose plants in the first row, 21 in the second row, 19 in the third row, and so on. If there are 5 rows in the last row, how many rows are there in the flower bed? How many rows? Then we have to find here. Again we have to find n here. What is given there? It is given there in the first row. We are going to find out in first row how many flowers are there. We have 23 flowers are there. This is in first row. In second row how many flowers are there? We have 21. In third row we have 19 flowers. And lastly we have 5 flowers are there. Now we have a AP 23 21 19 5. Again this is our general term Tn. Last term here we have This is our A. Our A is what? 23. What is D there? Our common difference is what? 21 minus 23. This is minus 2. Look, this series is decreasing there. And to find out common difference, we have to subtract second term to the first term. Second to the first, or third to the second, or fourth to the third. Our common difference is what? Minus 2 there. Now, we have first term 23. We have Tn is 5 there. We have common difference minus 2. Again, we are using formula Tn equal to A plus n minus 1d. Putting the value here. Last term is our 5. First term 23. We have to find n there. Our d is what? Minus 2. This is 5 minus 23. Here we have minus 18. And here we have minus 2n minus minus plus 2. Again, we are going to shifting its left to left hand side. Then we have minus 20 minus 2n, or we have minus 2n equal to minus 20, or we have 2n equal to 20, or we have n equal to 20 by 2. We get n equal to 10 here. We get n equal to 10 here. What is asking in the problem? How many rows are there in the flower bed? Then our answer is what? Hence, there are 10 rows in the flower bed. There are 10 rows in the flower bed. Now we are going to our next problem. In our next problem, what we have given there, if 5 times the fifth term of an AP is equal to 7 times the seventh term, then prove that 12th term is 0. We have to prove there its 12th term is diminished there, its vanishes there. We have to prove it's 0 there. What we have given condition there is fifth term, 5 times the fifth term is equal to 7 times the seventh term. In the given problem, there is not given a first term there is not given any series there. Then to solve such type of problem, we have to be suppose that let its first term be A and its D is a common difference. Then we are in solution, we are going to start with let A be the first term and D be the common difference of AP. We take A is the first term and D be the common difference. Of AP. Now we have given what we given T5. Our T5 is what? A plus 5 minus 1. A plus 4D. Then also T7. What is our T7? A plus 7 minus 1, 6D. What is given in the problem? According to question, what we have? Again, question given 5 times the fifth term is of an AP is equal to 7 times the 7 terms. 5 times the fifth term is equal to 7 times the 7 term. It is given in the problem. Then we are going to put it 5 times A plus 4D is equal to 7 times A plus 6D. We are going to solve it. What we get? We get 5A plus 20D is equal to 7A plus 42D. We get 5A plus 20D equal to 7A plus 40D. After transposing two sides, we are going to shift this 5A here, then 7A minus 5A we have 2A, and then shifting D is there, then we get 20, it is 42, we get, what we get? We get minus 22D there. Then what we have? We have 2A plus 22D equal to 0, or we can write that taking 2 common there, then we have A plus 11D equal to 0. Now from the given condition, we have A plus 11D is equal to 0. So what do we have to find it? We have here prove that its 12th term is vanishes. We have to prove that its 12th term is 0 there. Now we are going to find out is T12. What is our T12? T12 is what? A plus 12 minus 1, A plus 11D. What is our A? Sorry, we have to find out A plus 12 term, A plus 11D. The value of A plus 11D is what? 0. This is our required proof. What we have to be required is what we need. We have to prove that S12 term is 0. Now we prove that S12 term is 0 there. Now we are going to moving with our next problem. In our next problem, what is given there? It is mentioned here for what values of n. We have to find out n there. The nth term of an AP 63, 65, 67 ... and 3, 10, 17 ... are equal. Here in this problem asking that to find out n, given two APs there. This is our first arithmetic progression series there. This is our second. In given that, find out the number of terms which is nth term for which its general terms are equal there. Now we are going to find out, so write down our first series. What is our first series is what? In first series we have 63, 65, 67 ... This is our first series. Our second series is what? 3, 10, 17 ... We are going to find out its general term Tn. Tn is what? A plus n minus 1D here. Our A is what here? This is our 63 is A plus n minus 1. D is what? 63 plus 2, 65. 65 plus 67. Then our common difference is 2 there. What we get there? 63 plus 2n minus 2. Then our general term is 63 minus 2. We have 61 plus 2n. This is our general term of the first series. Similarly, we are going to find out general term of the second series. A plus n minus 1D. Here A is what? This is 3. First term is our 3 here. 3, after that we get 10. 3 plus 7, 10. 10 plus 70. 10 minus 3 is 7. Then our common difference is here 7. We are going to solving this. 3 plus 7n minus 7. After solving we have 7n minus 4. Now we get the both general terms of the given series there. In problem, what is given that for what value of n, the nth term of the APs are equal there. According to question, these terms are equal. That means 61 plus 2n is equal to 7n minus 4. Now we are going to be solving it. 7n minus 2n, we have 5n, and 61 plus 4 we have 65. Now n is equal to 65 by 5. Then we get 13. N equal to 13. Then our answer is what? For what value of n? For the value of n is 13 there. Means we are, what is our answer is that both series are equal when n is equal to 13. For the value of 13, the nth terms, means we are telling that the both series, the is 13 terms is also are same as the given series there. Now we are going to proceed to our next question. Which term of the AP 3, 15, 27, 39 ... will be 132 more than its 54th term? Again we have a given a arithmetic progression there. One of the series is there, and one of the conditions that we have to find the number of terms which is 132 more than its 54th term. Then first of all, write down AP. We have AP 3, 15, 27, 39. This is an infinite arithmetic progression series because we don't know its last term. Now we have our first term. A is 3 here, and our common difference is what? 15 minus 3. Our common difference is 12. Our first term is 3. Our common difference is 12. What is given asking in the problem? Will be 132 more than its which term? Just suppose let's take nth term will be 132 more than its 54th term, then our nth term is 132 more than, then what we have to take there to solve it? What we take there? Just suppose we are taking there our general term, our nth term is larger than the given term, then here what we are going to do that we are going taking that our general terms, let's suppose we don't know which term is greater than there, then we are going to find out any general term there. Our general term is greater than by its, now what we have condition there, we have two condition there. We have to find out, first off we are going to find out its 54th term there. What is our T54 there? Our 54th term is what? A plus 54 minus 1 into D. Our A is what? A is 3. This is our 53 and D is what? 12. Then 3 plus 53 into 12. What do we get there? It's a 12 3. It's a 636. Now our T54 term is what? 639. This is our 639. In problem given that we taking that our nth term is 132 more than 54 term, then Tn is equal to T54 plus 132. Our Tn is what? A plus n minus 1D. T54 is what? 639 plus 132, which is going to be equal to 771. Again we have A is 3 there, 3 plus n minus 1, D is our 12, 771. We are going to subtract 3 from 771, n minus 1 into 12, 771 minus 3, we have 768. Then dividing by 12, n minus 1 equal to 12, 784, 12, 672, 12, 488, n minus 1, 64. Then we have n equal to 65. Again I'm going to revise that. Which term of the AP will be 132 more than its 54 term? Taking the AP series 3, 15, 27, 39, dot, dot, dot. Here our first term is 3. Our common difference is 12. 15 minus 3, 12. 27 minus 15, 12. Our common difference is 12. We don't know about which term is greater than. We just going to suppose that our nth term will, any general term will be 132 more than its 54th term. We are going to find out its 54th term, which we get 639. According to question, our general term is greater than 132. Then we are going to be take equalize. We are going to be add 132 in its 54th term there. Our general term is A plus n minus 1D. Then after solving it, so we get the value of n equal to 65, means its 65th term is our 65th term is our required term, which is 132 more than its 54th term. Now we are moved to our next problem there. Our next question is that the angles of a triangle are in AP. If the greatest angle is twice the least, find the angles of triangle. The angles of a triangle are in AP. If the greatest angle is twice the least, find the angles of triangle. We have to find out this triangle there. First of all, one of the things is remember, we have to be remember that when we have take up 3 terms in AP, when we have to be take 3 terms, if the angles of triangle in AP, there are 3 terms in triangle. We have 3 angles there. When we have to take, there is sum of any 3. We have not given any terms there. Then we are going to take the 3 terms are always A minus D, A plus D. When we have to take a 3 unknown terms in the AP there, then we are going to be to use of sake of our convenience, we are always use a minus D, A plus D. Whenever we have to take the 3 terms we have to take the 3 terms in the AP there. Now in the problems, what we given that, all of you think that why we are going to be take it's a minus d, a plus d, because it's a little bit of it comes up our difficulty be very easy there, since it's a angles of a triangle. What we have the sums of triangles, angles of in the triangles there. We know that by geometry it's 180 there. When we take a minus d, a plus d, when we are going to take its sum there, and what we see there, this is d and d is cancelled out there, and we get the first term easily there. That's why in AP, whenever we use the sum of 3 terms of unknown APs there, we use the 3 terms like that, a minus d, a and a plus d. Now we are going to be our question. The angles of triangle are in AP. Some angles of triangles are in AP. If the greatest angle is twice the least, now I don't what we have angles there. Of course, you know that which one is greater. Here is a minus d, a plus d. Obviously, this is our greater angle and this is our least angle. First of all, we are going to find out its first term a there as the sum of we are starting with here, let the angles. Our first line is that let the angles be a minus d, a and a plus d. Then we have as a sum of angles of triangle, what do we have? A minus d plus a plus d. The sum of angles is equal to 180 degree. Then what we these cancel, 3a is equal to 180 degree. Then we get a is equal to 60 degree. We get easily our first term there. And now our angles are 60 minus d, 60 and 60 plus d. Now what is given the problem? If the greatest angle is twice the least, our greatest angle is 60 plus d according to question. 60 plus d twice the least, our least angle is 60 minus d. 60 plus d is equal to 120 minus 2d. How we are going to solve it? So we get 3d is equal to 120 minus 60, and our d is what? 20. Now we get our a here 60 and d is our 20. Then our angles is what? Our angles are 60 minus d, 60 minus 20, 40 degree, a 60 degree, and 60 plus d 80 degree. These are our 3 angles which are in the AP. Till now we have discussed the problems based on general terms. Till now we discussed related problems with general terms. Tn is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Now in the arithmetic progression, our next topic is based on some formula there. Sn. When we have any series in AP, then if somebody asks you how will you get the sum of the given terms, then we use the sum formula there. Before I'm going to explain you the sum formulas. So suppose I am giving one of the problem there, all of you. Just suppose I am asking to all of you, find the sum of first 100 natural numbers. I'm asking to all of you, find the sum of all first 100 natural numbers there. Now then, what is the procedure there? One of them going to find out the way. Just take we get 1 plus 2 3, 1 plus 2 plus 3 equal to 6, then 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equal to 10, then 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, 15. We are going to be add. Then this will be one of the lengthy process there. It will be a lengthy process there, but it's very interesting to that one of the great mathematician there, Carl Gauss, Karl sir. He is a great German mathematician. He is one of the best German mathematician. When he is in the school, then in his schooling time, he finds it some very easily way. He gets hit some by one of the easy way. What do we do? He just write down s equal to 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus, and again write down as sum is equal to, write down the series in the reverse series there, 100 plus 99 plus 98, reversing the series, and then going to add this. Taking common 101, 1 plus 1, 100 times. When we are going to add 100 times, we get 100 there. 2 times s equal to 1, then sum is equal to divided by 2, 2, 5, 10, 2, 0. By this method, our great mathematician, German mathematician, Karl Gauss, find out the sum of the first 100 natural numbers there. On the we shall use the same procedure to find a general formula for the sum of an AP. Now we are going to find out the sum formula for an AP there. We are going to find the sum to first n terms of an AP. Just suppose we have an AP, A be the first term, D is our common difference, Sn is represent our sum of n terms, and L represent our nth term. L is our nth term, represent our nth term there. Then we have Tn is here L. Then we have L equal to what? A plus n minus 1 D. We can also take our general term is as a last term, L equal to A plus n minus 1 D. When we are going to take in nth is the last term, then we can also using general term formula as a last term formula there. Now what we are going to do? We have a series, thus we have a series here, A plus D, A plus 2D, dot dot dot. Our last term is L and second last term is L minus D. Taking the, now we are going to find out its sum. So suppose there is sum is equal to Sn there. We take Sn, its sum is equal to some Sn. And we have Sn is what? A plus D, A plus 2D plus L minus D plus L. We are going to use the same the process of what we use the Karl Gauss method. Again we take Sn. We are going to reverse the series starting with L plus L minus D and A plus D plus A, and going to add it. What do we get? We get 2 Sn there, A plus L, A plus L. We are going to get A plus L, A plus L and A plus L. 2 times Sn is what? Taking A plus L common there. Then we have 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus how many times? We have n terms there, n times. Now 2 Sn is what? A plus L. When we are going to add 1 n times, we get n here. And our Sn is what? Divided by 2, n by 2 A plus L. This is our sum formula. This is our sum formula. When we are going to find out sum, we are using the given formula. Our sum formula is what? N by 2 A plus L, or when we are going to put L equal to A plus n minus 1 D, then our sum formula is turns to a n by 2 2A plus n minus 1 D. This is our sum formula for the arithmetic progression. Whenever somebody asks you find out the sum of given any series of finite terms there, we are going to use sum formula as our sum is given by n by 2. This is our first term, this is our last term, A plus L. Or otherwise we are going to use n by 2, n represent number of terms, 2 times a plus n minus 1d. This is our the sum formula which we use in the arithmetic progression there. Now in our next video we are going to discuss the problem based on a sum formula there.